Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it guys. So, we are flying a little bit with the Gripen, one aircraft that I wasn't really expecting to come in this patch, but it came, right? But I guess, they kinda leaked that it was coming at one point this last year or at the start of this year, but eventually it came anyway, right? But the next step is what? Especially for the UK, Germany and Italy. Well, it's the Eurofighter. I already did some videos covering the performance of the aircraft, the missile capability and everything like that. And we know guys that this aircraft is going to be one of the best in the games depending on how they add it. It's an incredible aircraft, you know. So here lies the question, are we prepared for the Eurofighter? First, we gotta take a look on the Gripen, because although the Eurofighter, I consider the Eurofighter a little bit more capable than the initial Gripens, I would say, a little bit. It's very similar to the Gripen in many regards, in the way that the aircraft is supposed to handle and everything like that, right? The thing guys is that the Eurofighter, or the Gripen, sorry, is already having to be nerfed a little bit and having to be controlled a little bit because of the performance that he had, or that he has right now at least, because it is a very light, nimble aircraft that can beat almost everything in a dogfight. And with that, let's be honest, it is almost the perfect aircraft if you ask me, on the sense of, you know, capabilities and everything, if you take into consideration everything. Why? Because it is kind of a 4+ generation aircraft, you know. It really starts to be one of those aircraft that are really complete for the smaller nations that use these type of aircraft, right? So it can do everything. That's the thing. Back in the day, we had aircraft that were meant to be doing specific things, and although this can be still be used as a strategy or as an idea developing aircraft, in general, countries, especially to cut costs of development especially, and prices of the unit even, helping with the training and everything like that to be easier and cheaper, they try to tend to have only one model that can do everything. The multi-role kind of became the standard, and the Gripen is very much that, you know. It can do basically everything. The only thing that cannot do right now is having a very good PVR missile to actually use as a radar main weapon. And that's going to be fixed when the Fox 3s from the 90s get added, right? Right now the Sky Flash is being used, but we all know that this missile isn't the greatest thing ever. You can get kills, but it isn't as reliable as other missiles. So this is the only thing that the Gripen is lacking, and the Eurofighter will be the exact same on that regard. It will be an aircraft that can beat basically everything in a dogfight, especially if we are considering the older designs like the F-16, F-15, MiG-29 and Su-27. Although the Su-27 is, and the F-16 as well, will continue to be probably one of the best dogfighting aircraft in the game in low and high velocities, and the F-15 high velocities and the MiG-29 kind of okay in every speed. I still think that the Eurofighter will beat them all in a short dogfight or a long dogfight or any type of high speed or low speed maneuver, just like the Gripen kind of does, right? But together with that, you will have more of everything. So it kind of remains the questions, are we prepared for it? Well, depends. It really depends, right? Because although we have the Gripen already came kind of nerfed on not having the missile that it's supposed to be using as a BVR main weapon. So it kind of already was added without its main armament for long-range engagements and short-range, depending on situation, head-ons as well and everything like that, to actually be able, and still It has a very high BR and very good performance still, and it still can be an amazing aircraft. Even using just A9s or maybe a Skyflash here and there, it's still amazing. So think about the Eurofighter, that it's there but a little bit more. So at the end of the question is, I mean, what does it depend on? Well, it depends on what they are going to add for weapon systems, because if they add the Fox 3 missiles, yes, we are going to be prepared to have the Eurofighter, because then everybody will have these missiles. And as I talked about it in the MatAWG video that I did this week, it doesn't really matter the maneuverability of the aircraft and everything like that. If it's okay, it doesn't need to be the best out there. It just needs to be okay. A MiG-29 SMT cannot beat a Gripen or an F-16A in a dogfight. And he will lose in other situations as well, depending on the aircraft and situation and everything like that. But still, with its missiles, it can still be one of the top dogs of radar missile guidance and BVR and etc. And even in a dogfight, because it has the R-73. So the Eurofighter will be kind of the same. If we receive it, that's actually, I think, the real question, right? How will they actually add this thing? Because if it's added without the Fox 3 missiles, yeah, we are not really ready for it, and I don't think it's really needed, unless we are talking a little bit about, I mean, maybe Germany, maybe Italy, but even then, guys, I mean, the MiG-29G can still hold its own, and if the F-16A ADF of Italy receives an A9M, it will still be one of the top dogs. So it's kind of not needed if we don't receive the M120s and everything like that. But if we do receive it, then I think it's kind of necessary to have the Eurofighter soon, because then these countries, especially Italy and Germany, will need to receive something that is more on par with the performance of every single tick in the box to be considered a very meta aircraft. So it will be great at everything, right? And that's, I think, where it lies the question, you know, and then the answer for the question, right? It depends if they are going to add the M120s or not. If they are going to add it together or very soon before it or something like that, yes, I think the Eurofighter should be added. And remember, it is already quote-unquote leaked. It's not really leaked, but yeah, they are working on the aircraft. We are expecting it to come at these first 6 months of 2024, according to what we know from, you know, what it was answered by because of this. So yeah, I still think that yes, it should be coming if the M120 is coming. But if not, then it's another question. Then it's kind of not needed, right? And here is my opinion on it. Make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.